this cotillion just turned into an all-out war, and I don't think anyone is ready for the disaster that's coming next. I am still trying to process what I just witnessed, because this was not just some elegant debutante ball filled with fancy gowns and polite applause. No, this was chaos wrapped in diamonds. This was jealousy, betrayal, humiliation, panic, and secret desires collating in the middle of the most important night of these teenagers' lives. And honestly, I could feel the tension through the screen every single second. Everything started out looking beautiful, perfect, almost too perfect. Jessica walked into this cotillion completely excited, completely overwhelmed, admitting this was her very first time attending something like this. And I actually loved seeing that side of her. She thanked the Dupree family for welcoming her, and for a moment, it felt genuine, pure, like this event was changing her perspective. Jessica went from seeing the cotillion as some elite performance to actually appreciating the tradition behind it. But the second Samantha entered that ballroom, I already knew trouble was coming. Because Samantha is not just another girl in this event. She is the Dupree family's hope, the symbol, the expectation, the future. And when one person shines that brightly, there is always someone lurking in the shadows waiting to destroy them. Enter Chessy. And let me tell you something right now. Chessy is not competing anymore. She is hunting. This girl's jealousy has become absolutely vicious. Every look she gives, Samantha feels poisoned. Every smile feels fake. Every move feels calculated. And the moment Samantha walked up for her introduction, boom, the attack happened. Chessy stepped on Samantha's dress on purpose. I don't care what anybody says. That was intentional. That was dirty. That was cruel. And for one horrifying second, Samantha almost fell flat on her face in front of everyone. Can you imagine the humiliation? The cameras, the judges, the whispers spreading through the ballroom like wildfire. Samantha could have become the laughingstock of the entire night in one brutal moment. That's how predators operate. They wait for the perfect moment to embarrass you publicly. But then Donnell arrived, and wow, the timing could not have been more dramatic, because Samantha was already panicking before he even got there. He was late. She was nervous. Her entire energy was shifting. You could see the fear building in her face. And when we learned Donnell's car had a flat tire, I immediately thought, this night is cursed. But somehow, in the middle of the chaos, Donnell managed to catch Samantha before disaster struck completely. That moment, that rescue, it changed everything. Suddenly, the embarrassment became romantic tension. The near disaster became cinematic. And Samantha survived another attack from Chessy. But make no mistake, Chessy lost that battle. Not the war. Because the real explosion of the night came from somewhere else entirely. Tyrell and Jessica. Oh my God. These two absolutely electrified the ballroom. I was not expecting them to dominate the way they did, especially because this was their first cotillion experience. But the energy they brought, unreal, fresh, wild, fearless. While everybody else was trying to be polished and proper, Tyrell and Jessica felt alive. And honestly, the judges ate it up, especially Danny. You could see the reaction immediately. Jessica's opening dance pulled attention like a magnet. She walked out there with confidence, humor, and just enough unpredictability to make everyone uncomfortable in the best way possible. And then she made that joke about Tyrell. If something goes wrong, she'll just dance alone to distract everybody. That line sounds playful on the surface, but when I heard it, I immediately felt something darker underneath it. Because Jessica always acts like she's joking right before everything spirals out of control. And this night was absolutely spiraling Tyrell, meanwhile, was nervous beyond belief because this wasn't just another dance for him. No, Jessica had already planted a much bigger idea in his head. She wanted them to leave. Immediately after the performance, not to celebrate, not to relax, but to secretly experience their first time together. And this is where the entire story transformed from elegant teenage drama into a ticking time bomb. Because Jessica never even cared about winning the Platinum Deb crown. That shocked me. While everyone else was obsessing over appearances, status, and recognition, Jessica was treating the Cotillion like an adventure. A temporary experience, a chance to explore another world before escaping it. And honestly, that mindset is exactly why she became so dangerous tonight. Because people who don't care about the rules are the hardest people to control. Meanwhile, her parents were already breathing down her neck, furious, calling her rebellious, irresponsible, a troubled child. They were terrified she would embarrass the family before the ceremony ended. So what did they do? They assigned bodyguards to watch her. I'm sorry, but that is insane. Can we talk about how suffocating that must feel? Jessica is already trapped inside expectations she never wanted, and now she's literally being monitored like a criminal during one of the biggest nights of her life. And the craziest part? Jessica still planned her escape. That is rebellion. That is desperation. That is a girl ready to burn down the rules for one moment of freedom. But here is where I started screaming internally because there is one person who could destroy all of this instantly. Chessy. And the second I realized that, I knew this story was heading straight toward disaster. Because Chessy doesn't just want to win, she wants Samantha humiliated. Jessica disgraced, everybody beneath her. She feeds on scandal. So imagine this scenario for a second. Jessica disappears before the Platinum Deb crown ceremony. Tyrell disappears with her. The bodyguards lose track of them. Rumors start spreading. Who is going to weaponize that information first? Chessy, without hesitation. I can already picture her moving through that ballroom like a shark smelling blood in the water, whispering to judges, twisting the narrative, pretending she's concerned while secretly enjoying every second of the destruction. And the worst part? The story she invents might accidentally be true. That's what makes this terrifying. Because Jessica and Tyrell are planning to sneak away together. They are trying to secretly experience their first time together. So even if Chessy exaggerates the details, the foundation of the scandal is real. And if they get caught, oh, it's over. The humiliation would be catastrophic. Tyrell would be exposed. Jessica would be publicly shamed. Their families would explode. The entire cotillion would become a scandal instead of a celebration. This is no longer about crowns and dresses anymore. This is reputation warfare. Jessica versus her parents. Samantha versus Chessy. Freedom versus control. Love versus public humiliation. This is war. And I swear, the image that haunts me the most right now is the possibility of Chessy standing there wearing that platinum crown. No, absolutely not. I cannot accept that. Because Chessy represents everything rotten about this competition. Manipulation, cruelty, jealousy, fake perfection. Watching her crowned after sabotaging Samantha and exploiting Jessica's disappearance would feel like evil winning in real time. And honestly, I think that's exactly what the writers want us to fear. They want us panicking. They want us furious. They want us desperately hoping someone stops the disaster before it's too late. Which brings me back to Samantha. Because out of everyone in this nightmare, Samantha might be the only person capable of saving the night. Think about it. She knows Tyrell and Jessica's secret plan. She understands the pressure surrounding the crown. And despite everything Chessy has done to her, Samantha still has compassion. That matters. I truly believe Samantha is going to realize something is wrong before everybody else does. While the ballroom descends into confusion, while Chessy starts poisoning the atmosphere with rumors, Samantha may become the one person racing against time to find Jessica before the ceremony collapses completely. Can you imagine that scene? The crown ceremony beginning. Jessica missing. The audience whispering. The judges confused. Chessy standing there pretending innocence while internally celebrating. And then Samantha desperately searching through hallways, gardens, side entrances, trying to stop a catastrophe before it detonates publicly. That would be insane television. But even deeper than that, I think there's another emotional layer hiding underneath all of this. Martin's warning to Tyrell. That moment keeps replaying in my head because it wasn't just parental advice. It felt emotional, protective, almost tragic. Martin told Tyrell he didn't want his first experience to become something painful or ugly. And honestly, that line feels like foreshadowing. Because first times in stories like this never stay simple, especially when secrecy, pressure, rebellion, and scandal are involved. What starts as excitement can turn humiliating in seconds if the wrong person walks in or if the wrong rumor spreads. And with Chessy lurking nearby, the danger level is off the charts. I also can't stop thinking about Jessica herself. Beneath all her confidence and impulsiveness, I think there's a deeper sadness driving her tonight. She keeps acting like the crown doesn't matter, like none of this matters. But sometimes people pretend not to care because they're terrified of rejection. Maybe Jessica never expected acceptance here. Maybe she already feels judged. Maybe running away with Tyrell is the only moment tonight that actually feels real to her. And if that's true, then this entire storyline becomes even more heartbreaking. Because while everybody else is fighting over status and appearances, Jessica is chasing connection. Freedom, escape, but freedom comes with consequences. And I think those consequences are about to explode in everybody's faces. Because let's be honest here, there is no way this night ends peacefully. Not with Chessy scheming, not with Jessica running, not with Samantha under pressure, not with Tyrell terrified and emotional, not with bodyguards searching the property. Something is going to happen, a confrontation, a public scandal, a shocking interruption, maybe even a complete collapse of the ceremony itself. And if Jessica really misses that crown ceremony, the room will turn savage instantly. People will judge her. Parents will panic. Chessy will attack. The gossip will spread like wildfire. Everything could change in one moment. And the scariest part, Chessy probably already sees herself wearing that crown. But I refuse to believe she deserves it. That crown belongs to someone with heart, someone with loyalty, someone who doesn't destroy others to feel powerful. Chessy wearing the platinum crown would not feel like victory. It would feel like corruption, which is why I am desperately hoping Samantha reaches Jessica in time. Because if Samantha can bring her back before the ceremony ends, then maybe the nightmare can still be stopped. But if she fails, then tonight becomes legendary for all the wrong reasons. And honestly, I think we are seconds away from complete disaster. The ballroom is a battlefield. The friendships are cracking. The secrets are spreading. And the crown itself has become a weapon. Everything just changed. And I have a terrifying feeling the worst hasn't even happened yet. Don't miss what happens next, because this cotillion is about to explode into total chaos.